Howdy guys, fishbulbgeek, and today we are finally going to confront Matriarch Benezia, who is standing up there. So, yeah, we brought Liara, so she can... she's not there yet, but she will be there in a second. She will warp. She can't figure out doors, bless her. Yeah, let's go and see what the Matriarch has to say for herself.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told her about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter with her.
It's annoying that she always starts with that. Let's use that. And yep, that's frustrating. But we're all doing okay so far. Right, you run out. I think she's coming straight to us, so some of that. On this difficulty, this isn't actually going to be that hard of a fight, but yeah, on harder difficulties, this is an absolute beast. You sort of just got to trust that everybody's, commandos. Once they get you down, they really get you down. Let's get everybody's health back up. Just ignore that one for now. That's just Matriarch Benezia. Can't really do anything to her just yet. Is there another commando somewhere? I think there is. Or perhaps another Geth. And that's bloody annoying. Can I get rid of that? If I shoot it enough. Yes. Yes, I can. So try and ignore her. And get your Geth sniper out. Double overload might do. Yep. Yep, she's getting a bit weaker now. Although why exactly she's getting a bit weaker, I'm not sure. Let's see, can I do a group lift? Will that get everybody up? Come on, more health. I think I'll put Bayer back up. Where's Liara? She's still alive. Right, so we got that group done. Oof. Oh, Liara, what's going on? I think maybe she was frozen or in stasis.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
The Rachni didn't cooperate with you. Why should I?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
So you could turn on me again?
Yes, but it would not be my will, Shepard. People are not themselves around Saren. Come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Good God, Jess, settle down.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination, but you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
Yep, that's a bit harsh, but what can you do? It's the final confrontation. We'll go for... I don't know if your neural shock will work there. Right. Unfortunately, she's not the last one to take out. Did she just go running up there? Oh, yep. I once did a fight where I was taken out constantly, and then by that attack on the very first wave. And then, annoyingly, I kind of glitched and was stuck, and I had to wait the whole battle, praying that the AI would be smart enough to finish it properly. Spoiler alert, they couldn't. But I do think they got through 2 waves before they all wiped. But it was so frustrating. I was literally just stuck and I couldn't do anything.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepherd.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother.
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn. No light. They always said there would be a...
And yep, on normal, that's a very disappointing end. Because it could be harder. I did consider putting the difficulty up actually, so we'd get a decent fight, but in the end opted not to, just to keep it on the same, because again, this is more or less a story playthrough, not a how hard can I beat my head against a brick wall playthrough. And I do have the greatest of respect for people who do those super hard things on YouTube, and they often make it look really easy, but yeah, that's not what I'm all about. I'm just sharing my love of the game and the story. I'm primarily a story first rather than gameplay first. I did try my hand at Dark Souls, could not get into it, because that's very much a gameplay first rather than story. Oh, darn it, I wanted that crate. What's halfway here?
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Musics? What?
Your way of communicating is strange, flat. It does not color the air. When we speak, one moves all. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind, the children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for, but she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. You are not in harmony with those who hope to control us. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Yeah, I like that line that the Asari is filled with songs they have, or is it songs or colors that they have no name for. I wonder if that's biotics, because obviously the Rachni are weak to biotics, and presumably that means they never evolved alongside anything that had biotics, and they're not biotic naturally themselves. So, yeah, I wonder if the Asari being natural biotics, I wonder if that's what they refer to, the thing they have no name for. And yeah, everybody's so keen on like wiping out entire species. I mean, the Rachni were wiped out by the Krogan. The Solarians are trying darn hard to wipe out the Krogan. In retaliation for that, partly. It's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah, the leading council just love to wipe out people.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No, I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
You could have calmed them if I hadn't set off the purge?
No, our minds are not as yours. We can only learn to sing in harmony. Without a mother, children are lost to silence. You should not sing of them in gray and violet. We would have stilled them ourselves.
In other words, Shepard, guilt absolved.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
The sour yellow note. That'll be the indoctrination to which Benezia has just introduced us, where the ship, the Dreadnought, is controlling people's minds, hearts, minds, and thoughts. I mean, Benezia is, or was, ultimately not a terrible person. Yes, she has committed crimes, but that's down to the indoctrination and to Saren and his ship manipulating her. And it sounds an awful lot that the Rachni, in their great terrible war in the first place, however many thousands of years ago it was, were also indoctrinated against their will to wage chaos against the rest of the universe. Because otherwise they would have been territorial, and it's implied that they just like to stick to their own place, their own corner of the galaxy, rather than going out and expanding. So, yeah, the Rachni are also innocent victims. And also, Shepard's not into genocide. She's rather against the whole thing. So, is it really her right to wipe out a species? No.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
If Rex is here, he kind of loses his shit at that. Which is understandable given the things that happened to the Krogan after the Rachni Wars. Alright, we can get that crate now. I think I've only ever actually killed the Rachni Queen in one playthrough. And that was me going full on renegade. Apart from that, I've always chosen to save the Rachni, because I feel that whole conversation, and obviously with the benefit of later playthroughs, you know exactly what's going on with the Rachni themselves, that it's not their fault and they don't deserve what happened to them. Certainly not as individuals and definitely not as a species. So, yeah, I'm always on the forgiveness side of things. Even playing as a hardcore badass, it's actually hard to bring myself to do the evil things sometimes because it's hard to convince myself that even a badass shepherd would want everybody to die, or like a whole species to die. Because there's hard ass, and then there's, you know, war crime hard ass. Still, that is Novaria. That is the whole thing. Again, this is one of my favorite. This might be my favorite section of the game. Is it my favorite section? Yeah, I think it might be. I mean, I love Pharaohs, but it's not as interesting.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu Relay?
The Mu Relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Well, the commander didn't resign when you weren't looking, but the commander didn't put you in charge either. Ashley, gunnery sergeant, you're not even an officer. Wind your neck in, you xenophobic twat.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Oh, I love being a badass to her because, yeah, just telling her off.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
I mean, the council, I don't know if they do it deliberately, but they do kind of wind me up. No, be polite, do not hang up on them no matter how much you really want to.
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. My children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Oh, they don't even give me a proper telling off. I can't exactly. Yeah, you get options later on after their after your reports. Honestly, they're just kind of douchebags from start to finish. These guys. You can't really do much about that, unfortunately. But yeah, so sometimes the morally ambiguous. I want my Paragon points up. Yes, I can put a point into charm. Finally, up to max charm. So I wonder if that was actually gated towards finishing the mission, because I'm not up to that last section of Paragon. I'm not up to, like, I mean, it would be a really odd level cap if they tied it to level 39. That's so weird that they tied that mechanic to a mission, because it doesn't look like I've earned enough Paragon points to what I would say would logically unlock levels 11 and 12. An interesting way of doing it. Alright, so that was actually, because I kept the difficulty on normal, it wasn't actually a long fight, so we'll just go ahead and see what people have to say after main mission.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
So yeah, he mostly has sarcastic comments rather than actual conversation. who's on this level? In fact, it's just Caden. Let's see what Personified Beige has to say.
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
I don't want to accidentally lead him on.
It's a personal observation, Caden.
I don't want to step on anyone else's toes, especially if you're if I have misread your interests.
Whoops. I'm gonna have to close him down.
I don't think you should be prying into my affairs.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
See, it's not fair that wanting to have friendly conversation and get to know somebody automatically translates to, oh, I must be trying to sex you up. Because that's not how it works. If I wanted to sex you up, I would say I wanted that, rather than, oh, we're just having conversation. If you're the type of person that automatically just wants to talk to everybody and get the most out of getting to know your people, you shouldn't have to worry about accidentally creating a love triangle or anything like that. I mean, my wanting to talk to everybody and know the most about my companions, not so much in this game where I usually know that the thing I have to do is shut down that conversation as soon as it happens. But in Mass Effect 2, oh my god, I had a hilarious reaction with Morden. Is it Morden? I'm sure it's the Solarian, who is non-romanceable, but that is still a funny conversation. And then there was one that I absolutely noped out of, whereas I suddenly realised I had accidentally romanced Garrus. And I was just like, oh no, I didn't mean for that to happen at all, so I actually reloaded a save. And that's just trying to follow every conversation. They don't necessarily make it obvious that you're romancing somebody. It's just, it's a poor choice. Like, if you wanted to romance someone, make it obvious that that's the option you're choosing rather than just conversation. Don't think you've got anything new.
Is there something you need?
Nope.
Go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I mean, I love you, Dr. Chakras. You're brilliant. Liara, who is presumably heartbroken after that encounter with her mother. That must have been hard. You thought, you thought your mother was alright, even though you didn't get on with her, and then you found out she was a terrorist, and then you find out she's not a terrorist, but she was controlled, and yet she still died. Let's see how that's going for her.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. And Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Yeah, I don't blame Liara for looking up Shepard's record, and Shepard's naive if she doesn't think that being the hero, the human hero before she became a Spectre, never mind after she became a Spectre, that people wouldn't want to know more about her. I mean, the Skillian Blitz is a big deal. She held off all those pirates, so she's kind of famous. She thinks people don't look up that information rather than necessarily being intimidated by her. Yeah, that's naive.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Lieutenant Alenko.
See, that's what I mean. Like, people get the wrong idea, and you don't do it deliberately. You're just having conversations. So,
The Lieutenant and I are just friends. Nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
oh bless her, she's a schoolgirl with her first crush almost.
These things never make sense. They just happen and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Yeah, sometimes I feel a little bit predatory for going after Liara, who is clearly so inexperienced, and I'm a lot older and more wiser in these things. I don't think she has anything new to say. Let's just double check.
Why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Are you gonna be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I don't think I need any more conversations on Asari culture. That doesn't change just...
I should go.
Goodbye.
those lines that we've already seen. So now we go down that really tedious lift, just to see what have we got downstairs. Everyone else is downstairs, actually. Yeah, that's a really slow lift. It's a good thing on a warship you wouldn't ever have to transverse between levels quickly for any reason whatsoever, is it? I get it, it's just a loading screen, so we'll start with Rex. He's probably got something to say.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh, that's an interesting little bit of background. Ah, hello, space racist. Do you have anything not racist to say?
Commander?
I think it's that option.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting you could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized. We never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. Same as you, I expect. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
I was an only child, but I get the idea. At least one of my parents was always on duty.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. You're like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
If it was that small a colony, then everybody knew everything anyway. Let's be honest.
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand-to-hand.
I'm not really surprised at that.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like it was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Well, if he wasn't ostracized before that, he certainly would have been after that incident.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to
Oh God, so tedious.
all times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with
It's so cliche that they made the hard as nails marine love poetry.
And manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Oh, you're so close-minded. Like, you demand everybody be open-minded about your faith, and yet you're not open-minded at all about the other people that share this galaxy. Yeah, that annoys me quite a bit.
Commander, how are you?
Oh, you don't have anything to say? I think I've already heard this one.
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it, too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing...
Yeah, get to the end. I'm gonna
The rest.
come out of this conversation.
That's tough.
My father's a CSEC man. He thinks I'm being... He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be
Well, I was targeted. I could have received special training. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not gonna... If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone...
Oh, yeah, we've already had this conversation, Garrus. At least, I think we've already had that conversation. I hope I didn't just skip through a bunch of stuff that I haven't actually shown off yet. If I have, my apologies, but it seems exactly like one we'd had earlier. I could be, in fact, incredibly wrong about that. Oops.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
The subtitles said everything you need to know.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Oh.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Okay, so that is everything that I need to show off today. We've had the confrontation with Benezia. It's always fun. The Rachni Queen, talk to everybody. We've managed to make sure we didn't get into any uncomfortable situations with Caden. We've advanced our relationship with everybody, but especially Liara, who is just having a horrible time of it in this game. You know, like being attacked at her own dig sites, thinking her mother's a terrorist, finding out she is a terrorist, but that she's not actually doing it through choice, having to watch her die. Pro tip: nobody believes in indoctrination, so she's got that to deal with as well. Oh, poor kid. And poor Tally, she's just a kid as well. But she's doing all right. She's nice and strong. Yeah, that's all good fun. So next time, we are going to. I don't even know if it's going to be on the journal actually. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Actually, what we might do before doing the DLC is nip back to the Citadel, because there's always more stuff unlocked in between main missions. We've got to hand in a couple of things anyway, which is just that, and go to do that, and Newton system, the Kepler Verge. Oh, well, we'll do that as well at some point. I might quickly do that before I go back to the Citadel, actually. And then we'll be doing some DLC. Probably the episode after that will start the Asteroid X-57, because that's a good one. I like that one. It's fun. I think it's fun anyway. So, yes, I hope you've enjoyed watching. We've learned a little bit more about the world. Learned a little bit more about the story. We're advancing things along. Hopefully these things now, I've done the bulk of the side missions, so we'll be able to progress a little bit faster than we were before. Before we were bimbling, now we're taking it up to a fast stroll, I suppose you could say. So, if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please leave a like. Everything helps the channel. Share it with your friends. If you want to see when more's coming out, either subscribe to the channel or follow me on Twitch, Facebook, just Twitch or Facebook really, actually. And yeah, I hope you'll join me for next time, guys. Take care. Ta-ta for now.